quarter hours. And on this quarter hour, I just decided that maybe we could talk about strangers, specifically strangers that I remember. I did I did slightly forget about this. It is past midnight now, and I've been doing a lot of drawing, as is to be expected the first week of a semester. And I forgot, but here we are. Let's talk. I wrote down this topic of strangers that I still remember early, a week ago, I suppose, when I first thought of doing this. And I'm not sure, apart from two specific ones, I don't know who else I might talk about, but let's do it. So the first one that I remember very, very clearly, incredibly clearly, I later, very clearly, I believe I was 17, and it was on a bus. And a similar thing, actually, I'll talk about these two people at the same time. I haven't often experienced, I'm sorry, I'm moving because I'm afraid you can hear roommate speaking. I don't often sort of get an immediate reaction from seeing someone, or a sort of immediate interest in, oh my God, who is this person? Just an immediate intrigue. I think that's a rare, at least it is for me. And I don't mean just normal interest. I mean just, and I cannot look away from you. Who are you? Sort of a visceral, whole body sort of interest. And these two times that I remember it happening, one was when I was 17, and then the second one was when I was 20. So the first one was a woman on a bus, and I suppose this is not very interesting because neither of these people did I speak with, or do I have any follow-up contact with. But there was a woman on a bus the first time, and the second time this was a man playing an instrument in the streets of Bologna when I was teaching English in Italy. And I wish I knew what the instrument was, but it was some sort of a drum, perhaps a sort of metallic drum. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it. But he was busking, or he was a street musician. And the first one was just a woman who got on the bus quite early, I think just a stop or two after I did. And for her, I remember that she had wet, long black hair. It was wet, and it sort of whipped around. And on her arm, she had a tattoo of a leaf that I think I could still draw, because I remember it so clearly. And she had sort of, I think they were very light eyes, and they looked almost red. They were very sort of watery, or it seemed like emotion was to the surface. And I just remember I could not. I put on sunglasses because I didn't want people to think I was staring at someone, but I couldn't help but keep looking back at her because, well, the because is the question, isn't it? But there was just that intrigue and that, oh, absolute, there's no way that I can stop looking at you. So I did so, hopefully respectfully, from behind my sunglasses, just sort of etching whatever intriguing thing it was about this person into my memory. And the second one was the man in Bologna on the street playing the drum. And he, as opposed to the woman, he did look at me. I think that we made eye contact, and I think that he might have also sort of had some sort of a reaction, like, I guess it's a recognition of, oh, perhaps it's a recognition of similarity, or um, I don't know, a kinship. But it was a similar thing, perhaps less strong, but actually not less strong. It was similar to when I saw the woman. Um, I kept looking back at him, and I was walking with my host family, so I couldn't stop or listen to the music he was playing. But I did keep looking back towards him, and I don't remember what he looked like, but I remember the interest, the sort of I'd like to get to know you. And those are the two main strangers that I still remember that I can think of. Let's go back through memory a little bit. Here's a fun one. It happened more recently. Well, not within the past 2 years, perhaps. It was in the Czech Republic, and I was just walking along the street. I had just been on a walk by myself, and I was walking down the road, and a car sort of swerves towards me and stops, and a young man, a bit older than me, but a young man, gets out and asks me for my shoes. And I thought, okay. But I think he must have been doing some sort of a dare, or had some sort of a task set for him by other people, by his friends, to get somebody's shoes, because he asked me if he could take my shoes, and that he gave me sort of a deposit. He gave me some money as insurance that he would come back with my shoes. And so I found myself standing on the side of the road barefoot with a bunch of bills, a bunch of money rolled up in my hand, just sort of waiting. And he did come back within 10 minutes. And he gave me my shoes, and I returned the money. And that was a nice stranger encounter that I remember. There was also a lovely couple in Italy. Again, a little bit before I was teaching, but I was walking along just a field road, just sort of, poetically walking around, and a couple was walking towards me, and when we met, they sort of asked a little bit about me, and they had been picking cherries, I think, and they gave me a few cherries, and that was lovely. And what other strangers could I possibly... But, so what is this, what is the purpose of this? Let's say, what is the purpose of this? I don't know. So the couple thing is, it stands out because they didn't have to be kind to me, and they were. So it's, an appreciation of kindness, and perhaps an acknowledgement that it has been rare in my experience. And for the two instant sort of, oh, who are you experiences, that is rare. That feeling is rare. That those were the only 2 times I remember, at least, having that experience of immediate recognition of something in someone. And what's the lesson here? What's the lesson here as I walk around my kitchen? Is the lesson that there is something that I seek in other people and in sort of friendship or in being social? Is it that there is something to be found in that kind of connection, that it's rare, but it does exist? Is it that there's more than just intentional, strategic communication and a build up of like interpersonal relationships. There's more. I mean that exists, that you can work on and you should work on relationships, but that there's also there. Ooh, I'm rambling more, and I'm unsure more than I think I have been previously. But there's more to it than just a methodical build-up of interest and trust. That there's also something potentially immediate and instinctive and more fundamental and more internal. And I hope that the next time, well, I hope that there will be a next time that I feel that, and I hope that when that happens, after it happens, okay, when that happens, I hope that I will act on it and strike up a conversation, or just, I don't know, not let that sort of a strange, unprovoked recognition get away. Yeah, I think that would be good. Well, thank you for joining me here on this quarter hour. It was lovely to speak with you. I did not go outside because I actually did go running again today. We are back in the motivation circle. I went for a lovely run. It was about, 7-8 degrees below freezing, and now it's about 11-12 below freezing. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But it was lovely, and I'm getting used to running in my winter coat, so it's all good. And there are other people. I do see other people running as well, so it's not just me running in these winter streets. It's others as well. So, and there were no more oranges. I ate them all, of course. If there had been any left over, I would have eaten them, but there were no oranges today. That reminded me of a song. I'm sure it was a real song before, or I think it was a real song before it, but in Sabrina, in the film Sabrina, Audrey Hepburn sings, "Yes, we have no bananas today." So I should adopt that, but for oranges. Anyway, this was lovely. I hope you have a great evening. And I will speak to you tomorrow in another quarter hour. Have a good night. Bye.